So, TQI review. Let's get to the bottom of it. Now, I know it's frustrating when your TQI dips into the red, especially when you haven't changed the way you've tested. And I get it, but don't worry. A lot of you are shouting at me, what do I put in this stupid TQI review box? But that's exactly what we're going to be covering today. We're going to go through some scenarios and show you what to write in each, because frankly, I can only test what's in front of me, and I don't know why I'm in red is not going to impress the VE. So, first example. If you haven't done many tests in a month, it will make your failure rate go really high or really low. The reason this happens is because the monthly national average for testers is between 45 and 55 tests per month. So if you're only doing 6 tests, you're probably going to be in the red. But it's not a problem. You can just write, my TQI score is outside the national average as I only tested 6 vehicles this month. My score will come more in line with the national average when I do more tests. Done. The national average age for a vehicle being tested per month is 10 years old. So if in 1 month you're mostly testing 20-year-old Transits or 3-year-old Toyotas, of course it's going to be outside the national average. You're not testing the average, so put that down. My failure rate for suspension last month is high due to the amount of older vehicles with several suspension defects or no suspension defects found last month, as the majority of the vehicles I tested were having their first MOT and very few defects were found across the whole vehicle. You can't say fairer than that. Scenario 2. Now, we've all had months like this. You keep finding the same fault across multiple vehicles and now you're in the red. But don't worry, put this down. My fail rate for last month was higher than previous months because I've seen a lot more brake light defects than last month. I will monitor my score next month. Perfect. You've acknowledged it and it's completely reasonable explanation. So what if you're in the red for a certain category for month after month? Then be proactive and do something about it and just write it down. I noticed my TQI score for emissions has been repeatedly well below the national average over the last few months. I've revised the inspection manual, looked at all the videos from Juice and had the quality control checker check me on how I do the inspections. He is happy with my routine and my outcome. No one can ask more of you. And if the QC does find something wrong with you, write that down too. The DVSA will not tell you off for learning how to improve how you test. They will actually be glad that you're taking the TQI and QC seriously and your process work. Scenario 3. If your failure rate for wipers is always low because the vehicles in your garage always get serviced before they get MOT'd, all you have to do is explain that in your comments. Also, you can flip that comment around. So if the vehicles in your garage always get MOT'd first, you'll probably have more failure ratings, so you can put that in your comments as well. I can't stress this enough. The VE is not going to throw the book at you just because you've got a high or low score. He will bollock you for not doing your TQI reviews or doing your quality control checks. All you need to do is justify why your scores are the way they are, whether they be high or low, which means leaving good comments. It's simple. Justify your high and low failure rates and you're golden. So to recap, here's 5 points to remember so you can incorporate them into your comments and stop worrying about your TQI review. 1. How many tests did you do last month? 2. The average age of the vehicle that you tested. 3. Categories that were outside the national average. 4. Previous scores of that category. 5. Any other factors that would contribute to your score. Remember, we're testers, you're testers. Let's stick together.